Along the coast of Benin, Vodou is the most spread religion, passing on from the ancestors to the new generation. Vodou is a monotheistic religion without a written text. Because it is based on oral tradition, it varies based on location. Their followers, called Vodouisants, believe in the supreme god called Bondi. Bondi is the creator of everything and the source of universal order. Keep watching to get more about this religion. Just subscribe and comment to get more of my video. Vodou is the biggest religion in Benin and has over 50 million believers in West Africa and further huge followings in part of the Caribbean, South America, and even some regions of the southern United States. An animist religion whose roots stretch back thousands of years. Its name means God, spirit, or power in the Fon language, and its followers believe not in the cliches of the living dead, but instead in the power of nature and natural forces that course through everything. Sacrifices are all that most of us know of Vodou, and yes, they are an everyday occurrence in Benin. Although you may look on them as nothing but an exciting opportunity, they are, in fact, extremely important events of vital symbolism. The giving up of something valuable or precious is the surest way of catching a god's ear. Chicken and goat are the most frequently sacrificed creatures, though you will see for fair share of cute puppies and kitten meet their makers as well. It might not financially seem like to you or me, but for the vast majority of African village families, a chicken is a significant sacrifice. Alongside zombies and sacrifices, the thing most of us immediately associate with Vodou is people in a trance, eyes rolled into their heads, speaking incomprehensible languages, with their bodies possessed by spirits or gods. It certainly makes for an arresting sight. However, there is a lot more to it than that. Trance is brought on in Vodou ceremonies through the beat of drums and other musical instruments, playing repetitively over and over again until finally the god or spirit is summoned and enter into a human body. Once he has occupied his human shell, it is not at all unusual for the spirit to have a bit of fun with the new toy and make the body dance in a manic fashion for hours on end, or make it cut or injure itself. Even you, as a visiting foreigner, could fall into a trance and be possessed by the spirit. But as you won't know how to deal with the situation, it's probably best to avoid the possibility. For most people, this is the most fascinating side of Vodou or any other traditional African culture. Magic forms are an enormous part of daily Beninese life and is likely to be your enduring memory of the country. At times, you could be forgiven for thinking that everyone you meet is a magician, but this is not frivolous pulling white rabbit out of hats type of magic. Instead, Beninese magic is of a religious significance and is also used for healing. Although as the gods are requested to help in such operation, it is very much intertwined with the religious beliefs. Maybe most importantly, magic helps to explain those tricky patches between the non-human world and the unknown and often bizarre world of gods and gods. These magic powers can be used for both good and bad purposes. Magic is most commonly used as a way of communicating with the spirit in order to ask for help in the protection of curing of a person. It is most visible in the amulets, charms, and mangled up animal parts of the fetish markets. It is very likely that you will be offered the opportunity to purchase some kind of a minor magic such as charms. During voodoo ceremonies, some of the main participants are priests. People become priests through either vocation or training. Some are even called by the gods at birth. Igangans are a type of Yoruba ancestor veneration, and Igangan is the most frequently seen spirit in Benin. Your chance of encounter is quite high. Coming back from the realm of the dead as a ghost is one thing and not that bad. But coming back in a physical form in which you can touch and talk to living humans is another thing altogether, and only really likely if the spirit takes on the form of an Igangan. Not surprisingly, the whole experience of meeting an Igangan is a slight spooky and a stressful event for most foreigners and Beninese alike. Many people actually try to hide or run away from them, particularly as some Iganigans become very violent. Though if the Iganigan has a message for you, he will track you down, whatever. The more violent Iganigan, which is called Agbanon, can often be differentiated from the mellower ones, which are called Weduto, by having some kind of impressive structure on their heads. Whatever you do when you first see an Iganigan, you must not rush over to start taking pictures. This is certain to land you into very deep trouble. Instead, it is safer just to tag along some distance behind the Iganigan and wait, if you dare, for it to turn its attention to you. Almost as common as the Igangans, and increasingly easy to see due to their habit of putting on public performance during celebrations. The Zangbetos, or night watchmen, act as an official police force patrolling the street and tracking down perpetrators of crime whom they publicly denounce to the community. They also dispense justice, and which for very serious crime could in the past have involved in death sentence. You will be pleased to know that witches are very common in Benin, and you have a fairly good chance of meeting one. You will, however, be disappointed to learn that Beninese witches do not go in for the glitch of buzzing about on broomstick very much, though you may well meet one. It's really best to try avoid them, because witchcraft is considered one of the biggest forms of misfortune in Benin, and witches are feared loathed and respected. So Vodou ceremony is celebrated once in a year in different parts of the country, which take place on 10th January. The main event is held in Oida. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe to get my new videos.